Hi, it's been a little while. It's Suzette again, miniskirt, Susie, whatever you want to call me. Thank you for clicking on this video, and I'm just going to show you how I did this full moon inspired look. It was requested. I asked on Instagram basically, and only one person, Michelle, responded to me with colors for my next video, which I wanted to do like a smoked out color again, and ended up being yellow and gold. But this is what I came up with. I hope you guys like it. The ending of the video is a little bit cut a little bit short because I ran out of storage, so I know, but let's get into it. Cheers. So it's been a little while, right? But let's get it. I'm gonna do a full face on camera. I'm gonna try to hurry because I hate having long videos. Where do I start again? I'm gonna do my eyebrows. This is the e.l.f. Ultra Precise Brow Pencil, and I'm just gonna kind of draw an outline because, you know, I don't have any brows. I mean, I do, but I don't have any tails. So how are you guys? No, it's been a little while and I haven't filmed, not because I didn't want to, it's just, you know how life can get busy sometimes. A lot of the makeup I've been doing has been really like everyday makeup, so I wouldn't record it or anything. I think I filmed some of it for like, or I did some of it live. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with me. If you're watching today, I just realized I didn't put any primer. I usually put primer on before I do my brows, but I'm just gonna do it now. This is the Urban Decay Primer Potion, eyeshadow primer potion in Eden, and I'm running real low. I need to really squeeze it out. And then you gotta do that, do this one fast because it dries really quick. I might get some on my eyebrow, but it's okay. Maybe we can do a little story time. A little story time from back when I worked at a gas station. I worked at a Circle K. I mean, I worked at Circle K, and then I worked at a corner store, Valero, that was a corner store, and then it turned into another Circle K, like Circle K bought it. Now I'm gonna use the NYX Lift and Snatch Brow Tint Pen. I love this pen, honestly. Like, it's revolutionary. I mean, it's not revolutionary. I think there's other brands that have it, but like, it's just super affordable compared to the other brands. There's the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. It's a little bit whiter than me, but it's okay. This is in Fair Warm. Just gonna clean out my eyebrows. But anyway, I was saying that I used to work at a gas station at a Circle K. This was like 2013 to 2015. I just don't remember the exact year of the event that happened, you know. But I got my phone stolen from work. So what had happened was they were pretty strict about like us playing music in the store, because I used to work, my shift was always like weekends and like late shift, like even graveyard sometimes. So that night I was working graveyard. Since I was going to school, I was part-time, and that was like the best schedule they could give me, since like I couldn't work like early in the morning because I was at school. So of course I was there on the weekends, and I was there evenings. I don't remember if our graveyard guy, I guess he was like on vacation, or he was getting breaks. Honestly, if you remember, if you're watching and you remember Lupe or anybody that might watch my videos that worked with me at that Circle K. Yeah, I don't remember why they ended up, maybe he was like on vacation or something. I ended up having to do the graveyard shift, and there was always drunk people at gas stations in the middle of the night. You know how it is. I'm just putting the excess concealer on my lids, but I'm gonna set it with some powder so it doesn't start getting creased while I do my face. I have such bad memory. This is, and I suck at telling stories. This is why I don't do like story times or anything like that. This is the Born to Glow NYX foundation in vanilla. I'm gonna put very little on today. So they didn't like us to be playing music while we were in the store, in the gas station. We could play the radio, but it had to be low so that we could hear, you know, like if a customer was just talking, or like when we're at the register, like it can't be like a party in there, you know. Basically they were like, just have it as background music, like it's a gas station, it's not a fucking club or whatever. But on the weekends we used to plug in our phones. Like, we would bring aux cords. This was way before you had Bluetooth connection to the radio and stuff. I mean, not way before. Pretty sure it already existed, but like, it's not like we had, whatever. We had aux cords, auxiliary cords, for those that don't know what that is. So with the auxiliary cord to play music, you obviously had to like plug it in and leave it there connected to the, leave your phone there connected to the radio in the office. So in the office, which is in the back, so I had left my phone that night. I was working alone. This was already, I think it wasn't, honestly, I wish I remember what time it actually happened, because I'm just so bad with, my memory is literally the worst. But like sometime into the night, I started playing music on my phone and I left my phone in the office plugged in. So you walk into the store and like at the very back there was like the cooler where all the drinks were, and like on this side there was like the office, like a meeting office. But back here, was that there a meeting office? Yeah, I think there was like a meeting office on this side. All the way in the back was the restrooms, were the restrooms, and then the office, the main like manager's office right in the back. And the manager's office was where we clocked in, you know, like where the manager would be, you know, during the day, like doing paperwork and stuff. And we wouldn't lock it, it was just like closed. I don't remember if we locked it, honestly, but that's where the radio was. That's where I left my phone plugged in. So it was right next to the restroom, and it was not locked, but the door was almost all the way closed, I believe. So that night it was kind of busy, like towards probably around the time that we stopped selling drinks. I think it was a Saturday, so it was like 1 a.m. that we stopped. So it was close to 1 a.m. and this man came in. He had like a plastic cup with beer in it, and he was buying more drinks. So he was there at the register. He was kind of like flirting with me, and I was just like, I mean, I was used to it because I was young and I was like always had makeup on, you know, like not makeup like how I do now, but like I would get ready for work and I would like do my hair, and older men always like hit on me at work. He was kind of like hitting on me, but he was drunk and he was ugly and he was like cross-eyed, not trying to make it sound like that's a bad thing, like people are just born that way sometimes, but I'm just saying it was memorable because I was just like, this drunk guy is fucking like trying to spit game right now, really. By the way, I was contouring with my NYX Wonder Stick, and now I'm putting some Wet n Wild Mega Glow contouring palette. I'm just putting some on top of where I contour, just a little, because I'm gonna go over this with blush. I'm just putting some of this Roxy and Revolution blush, what's it called, Blush Burst palette. I'm putting this color right here on my nose to contour it. I'm doing like a V down here and then just blending so it doesn't even look like a V anymore, but I'm always changing the way I contour. But I have a contouring video if you're interested in that. So where was I? So this man was kind of hitting on me or whatever. Then he goes into he asked if he can go into the restroom. I'm like, yeah, go ahead. Like, I'm like, what do people ask? I guess some places need like a key. We didn't lock the restroom, not that, I don't remember. You know what, we did used to lock the office. We had a key and we used to lock it, but I guess I left it unlocked for whatever reason. You know where that's going. So he went to the restroom, and of course at that moment I didn't think he was going into the office, but he ended up going into the office and taking my phone. Any other time I would have noticed because I had basically a straight shot, like I could see, you know, somebody going to the office versus going into the restroom. But like I said, at that time we were about to stop selling alcohol, so there was like a rush of people that came at that time. He went in there and I just didn't notice, and I had the music like low enough to where like I also didn't notice that the music had stopped playing like immediately. I didn't notice immediately that it had stopped playing. I just noticed later after like people had left and it got quiet, and I was like, why my music stop? And I thought it was like, because I think it was Pandora that I was playing, so I thought it was just like where it does that thing where it's like, are you still listening, and then it pauses it for you to answer or whatever. So I went to check it out and my phone was gone, and I was like, no, oh my god, like somebody stole my phone. And I think it took me a little while to like realize like who it was, you know, because I was like, just like, what do I do? Like all I had was like the store phone to like call anybody. I was like, I can't just text somebody. I can't, like, who do I call? And I think I first called my sister Sasha, because I think that's the only number that I like remember besides my parents. But like I said, it was late at night, like, so it was like 1 a.m. or something, and I called them and I was like, I need you to turn on find my iPhone. I need to find my iPhone. So you need to like turn it on. So I'm gonna do a yellow and gold look, by the way. I'm gonna use the Makeup Shack Rainforest palette and the ColourPop at Foresight and so I can keep telling a little bit of the story. I'm probably not gonna show the shades. And I'm just gonna go with like a very light, very neutral, basically skin beige tone all over. So I tell my sister, like, find my iPhone and like put my information because somebody stole my phone. She was like, what? Ooh, and like, you know, I was just like, just do it. So thankfully, you know, I was so glad that I had find my iPhone and an iPhone so I could do that, you know. After we hung up, like I told her to like track it, you know, and then I called the cops and I made a report. So like a cop showed up to the store and I told them, and like, they weren't gonna be able to see the footage on the cameras to like find the person till the next day because it was so late. So we needed the manager to like come in, and it wasn't like, I guess, a priority. But like they asked me if I remember who he was or like what he looked like a description. So like I described him and they wrote up a report. So the shade that I'm using is this one right here, Puffball. And this is just a base because I really want it to be like a more yellow look. I'm sure you already seen it in the beginning of the video, but I mean, I'm just telling you the process. Bringing it up to my brow a little bit. So I made the report and I told the cop like what he looked like, kind of what he was wearing, and that we were tracking him on Find My iPhone. And so I don't even remember how. I really like, by the way, I'm going with this yellow right here. So my sisters showed up when the cops were there, because I think there was two guys that were in the area, you know. So like my sister showed up and they showed them like, oh, this is where he is, whatever. So like they started following this guy, and I was still at work because I mean nobody was gonna come cover my shift. I was just at work, like nervous as hell, because I mean I wanted to know if they were gonna like be able to get my phone back. It was just sketchy, like them following this person that just took my phone. So I remember they followed this person and they were at Walmart, and that person tried to walk out of Walmart with like a TV or something. And this is what my sisters told me, of course, because they saw, but like they didn't, I guess somebody stopped them like at the door at Walmart. So like they kind of just like took off. What I'm doing now is making a mess. I'm putting some of this LA Girl Pro Conceal flat white corrector so that I can make the yellow a little brighter. I don't like this brush for it. Like, this is the worst story time ever because I don't remember shit. I'm basically just saying like I just don't remember. But okay, my sisters followed the cops while the cops were following them. So eventually, I think after Walmart, like they were able to catch up to this person and like pull them over. When they pulled them over, the guy said he recognized him, that he was like I guess they were searching for him for, damn, I put a lot on this side. They were after him for like something to do with drugs. So they recognized him and they were like, oh, okay, like, you know, there's a warrant out for you. They're gonna like take him in. And this guy took off like on foot. He literally ran away from the cops while he was being pulled over. Don't ask me how, where. I know it was like at a ditch somewhere, I think, if I remember correctly, if I'm not making stuff up. This person took off. They took off. So, but while they pulled him over and they had to ask him, you know, like, do you have a phone on you that does not belong to you? Because, you know, we're following Find My iPhone from somebody who reported a stolen phone. And there was somebody in the passengers with him or whatever. Or he was on the passengers, I don't remember. But like they basically were able to get my phone back. Like they asked for the phone, the cops asked him for the phone, so he gave the cops the phone. And then when they, I guess, were about to go look into him, have him there and then like do the whole like search him in their computer, I guess he took off then, and he took off on foot. And that's all I know, because I mean that's all I know regarding that specific time that they pulled him over. So yeah, I got my phone back. They brought me back my sisters brought me back my phone, I believe. Then they called me the next day, like a detective called me to pick him out of a lineup, because they already knew who he was, but I guess they didn't get a chance to actually get his identification or something. But the detective was like, I basically have an idea who it is. I'm pretty sure it's this person, but I just need you to, like, you know, let me know, see if it's a person I think, because I had given a physical description. That's why he's like, okay, I think it's this person. And yeah, like there's a warrant out for his arrest or whatever. So I think it was for like meth or something. This is the same yellow tone that I had put over the brown, and I'm liking it. It does look brighter. I do plan to add a little bit of dimension. Yellow looks are just so hard. But yeah, they called me to do pick him out of a lineup, and it wasn't like the movies. It was like they had like pictures of like 6 guys, and I was just like supposed to pick who it was, and I did. And I was pretty sure it was him, and they're like, yep, that's the guy that we thought it was. I'm like, okay, well, if you find him, cool. If not, I don't care anymore because I got my phone. I got my phone back. And that was it. I mean, that was basically it. They just gave me like, I think, a copy of the report. Sorry that this story is like all over the place or maybe like underwhelming. But like, I just thought it was something like crazy that happened to me. I mean, who I really have to thank for that, for getting my phone back that night was my sisters, because they're home. So like, they were able to help the cops find my phone. I just put a little bit more of that puffball. I'm like conflicted because I wanted to look smoky, but I also wanted to look bright. I don't know how to do like yellow looks without making them all blend and like taking away that yellow, you know? But I think that works. And I also want gold in here, so I'm gonna put some of this one right here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put some contrast. Let's see what happens. Let me try some. So I guess I'm dragging that puffball more into the middle of my eye. So you might be thinking like, why'd you do all that with the yellow just to like cover it up? And I agree with you. This is how the process works. This is how it goes. You start with a plan and then you just let the creativity flow. I'm gonna call it creativity. I wanted it to be like a more smoked out look, so I think I'm gonna keep that yellow in the middle there and in the inner corner and then on the bottom. Probably more in the inner corner because I'm really liking how this is coming on. I even want to put it, I'm tempted to put some black in there. Just don't know if I should. I don't know if it'll change everything. I mean, it will definitely change everything, but like, it's like, will it change it for the better? I'm gonna try a little bit. If I mess up this look, it happens. Ooh. I don't love it. I'm gonna have to match it and then we'll do something else. So now that I messed that up, we're gonna go back with the same puffball color. That's the color I want to be smoked out. I don't want it to look black. I just want it to look like a darker shade of this. So sometimes when you don't have that shade, you can just put a little bit of black and then go back over it. And it really does that. It gives it that effect. I'm trying. It's really not as bad as I thought. I didn't think I would be able to save it, but I think I can work with this. Okay, now I'm gonna put some more of this corrector on my inner corner so I can put some more yellow. Now let's put some more of that gold. I don't care what y'all think, I like it. Now I just need to like put on the lashes and make it like come together. Okay, I'm back, but I want to put some more of that dark shade under here because I just don't feel like it's dark enough. I'm tempted to put black, but I know that didn't work when we did it on top. So a little bit more of that brown. So I ran out of storage. I couldn't film the rest of it, but I decided to just show you the ending result. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.